Yes, Lord. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm back with another great and exciting episode of Get Loose Radio. What's going on, y'all? What's going on, y'all? This your boy Jiggy J, and I am blessed right now to have another show and be with y'all on another Tuesday evening. First of all, I want to say thank you to everybody who tuned in last week for the show that we did for Baltimore, man. Everybody enjoyed it. I had a lot of people chiming in on my Facebook Live, and you guys are hilarious, man. I thank you so much for tuning in. Special shout out to everybody who, it's 9:30, it's past your bedtime, and you staying up one extra hour to see your boy do his thing and get loose on his own radio show. Thank you so much, man. I just want to let y'all know what we got going on for today. Of course, I got entertainment news. I got J5, aka Jiggy 5. I got a nice letter and also got a special guest for you guys tonight. Lola couldn't be here, so they got me loose in the booth by myself, but I do have a special guest. So what we're going to do, we're going to take a quick commercial break, and I promise you we'll be right back after these messages. Peace. Yeah. We back 35 minutes after, well, yeah, 35 minutes after the hour. Get Loose Radio, we back. I just want to let y'all know because everybody is asking me right now on Facebook Live, where's Lola? Where's my co-host? She's not here. She decided not to come to work today. So little does Lola know she's getting a pink slip. But hey, it is what it is. The show must go on. That means Jiggy J can do whatever he wants to do, and he does not care. Got that? Y'all got that? Okay, we're gonna do what we gotta do. What's up, Taylor? All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, I do have a special guest tonight though. Special guest, she is the founder and creator of Kolor Beauty. That's with a Kolor Beauty. I'm not gonna spell that because I might mess it up. But anyway, but she is very inspirational. You can catch her on Facebook with her 2 Minute Tuesdays. Ladies and gentlemen, I bring to you Miss Nichelle C. Johnson. Welcome to Get Loose Radio.
Hey everybody, hello.
How you doing? How you doing?
I'm fantastic always.
Yes. So, tell the people about who you are. Introduce yourself.
Okay, well I'm Nichelle Johnson. I am the owner, founder, and creator of Kolor Beauty LLC. That's Kolor Beauty, K with a K.
With a K.
Because if it was a C, then it would be just normal, right? So
Exactly.
It can't be a C.
Exactly.
I'm also the founder and creator of a 6-series workshop.
Mm-hmm.
It's called Plethora for Internal and External Success. And so people may ask, what does that mean? That means that it takes a whole lot to be successful, and it can't be based on anything that you see externally, because things externally, they like dust and moth. They're going to fade easily, but what's inside of you is your sustaining power.
Yeah.
And so that's pretty much what God has blessed me with, to be able to share with people my life story and things that I've been through and the things that have helped me along life. Because you know what happens, we have these dreams and then we have these goals, and what happens is life steps in,
Right.
and then you forget about the dreams and the goals, and then you begin to focus on the failures and then the mistakes and then the experiences along the way, and so those things try to redefine you, but it takes a lot to go back and reset.
You know what's crazy? You said something very prolific. Everybody know the show is very freestylish, so they're gonna see me on my Facebook Live as much as they're gonna see you. But the show is dedicated to you, okay? But you said something about dreams, and a lot of my viewers, a lot of my listeners, we all have dreams, we all have goals. How does your dream, like, what do you consider as a dream, and how does that differ from having a goal to you?
Well, your dream is the thing that's not yet, it's not yet realized. It's not manifested.
Okay.
That's the thing that's, it's like the table. The table was a dream. When the person created the table, it was a dream.
Hmm.
But it became manifested when you did the work to work towards the dream.
Right.
So the goal is the manifested steps that you put in place to achieve the dream.
Right.
And the thing with that is that takes a little longer than the dream itself.
Right.
That's not the place where most people get off course, because we want to just dream and say, oh, I'm going to do this today.
Right.
No, you have to put the work in. And so the goals are the things that you put in place to reach the dream.
Right. And you know what? It's crazy because it, it's a lot of work, especially to accomplish your dreams, accomplish your goals. One of the things that I've heard growing up, if you have a big dream, don't be scared to conquer it, because it's something about that particular vision or that dream that God has given you that he placed aside you for a reason for you to go get it. How do you feel about that?
A lot of things about that. So here's the main problem with that. When you have dreams, you have to know that it's your dream.
Mm,
Everybody's not going to see that dream like you.
right,
And I'll tell you, one of the things that I did was, you get excited. Oh my God, I got this dream. I'm going to do this. And you think you're going to get all this support, and you're not.
right,
But the biggest thing about the dream is that as you move through life, there are going to be things that are going to happen. And it's
right,
going to pull you off to make you think that that dream is not so. It's your dream. So
right.
nobody needs to know it unless they're going to be directly and tied into
Invested,
exactly, because
invested.
people who are not invested, they have no loyalty to it.
Absolutely,
What do they need to be for? They don't.
absolutely. In terms to your dreams and what you had to accomplish, what like exactly, tell everybody, what did it take for you to get to where you wanted to be, and in terms of your dreams, and how long it take for you to achieve them? Is there a time limit that you feel as though it should take someone to achieve their goals and achieve their and go after their dreams? Is there a specific time limit?
Well, let me say this, Jordan. There are a lot of things that I'm still yet working toward, and so I think we do ourselves a disservice when we say we have this timeline to have this dream. You may have that timeline to have that goal, but the dream itself may not be fully manifested.
Right.
And so I have a lot of dreams. I have one big dream that hasn't been fully manifested. I'm doing the work, all
Mm-hmm.
the things that go into the cake. It's like you make a cake, so you got all the ingredients. You still got to put it in the oven.
Right.
You still have to wait for it to bake,
Right.
and you got to wait for it to cool off before you can cut it. So it's a lot of things that you have to do in the process of that. However, and I'm reading these comments as we talking, and you know what, life is about feelings. I understand life is about a lot of different things, but
Yeah.
as you go on, it can't always be a party. Sometimes you have to have something to stop you and say, "Let me reset. Let me look at this again."
Right.
So what I do is I constantly stay focused on the dream
Mm-hmm.
and what's before me. There's a lot of things on the sidelines. Sometimes you're going to get on the sidelines, and you just have to know, okay, I'm off. I'm offish.
Right.
That's what I say. I'm offish. Let
Mm-hmm.
me reset. Let me reboot. Let me fix myself.
Absolutely.
So
And one of the things that one of the things that I've learned, that it takes a lot of, it's crazy because going into, I'm getting a little personal with myself now.
hmm
Going into what I wanted to do in terms of my dream. My dream has always been to do entertainment, but like my first love was always music.
okay.
I don't play music. I love to write music,
hmm
more so being a songwriter. But when it came to this radio thing, I was like, okay, I can, let me take a stab at this. And everybody told me, well, you do have a voice for radio. You could do that late night radio thing. But I always found myself scratching that and just starting over in terms of saying, okay, let me just focus on this, and then I'm gonna go back to this later. And then I always say, you know what, let me scratch this idea, let me scratch this plan. And in terms of like starting over, how, tell the people how important it is to really starting, how important starting over is, hitting that reset button in order for you to get to where you need to be, and make sure that what you're doing is the right thing to do. Like, make sure you're going on the right path.
It's very important because, and I like what you said. Yeah, I heard someone say once. They said, success is built on the bricks of failure.
Mm.
So the bottom line is that you think that you're getting off course, and to some degree you are,
Right.
but that's a part of the plan. So you can't really define your hunger for it until you get off course. You don't know how hungry for it you are until you get off course, and then you
Absolutely.
realize, oh my God, I'm off course.
Absolutely.
So it's very important to reset yourself, because, and there are going to be signs that let you know I'm off. There are going to be people that come and say, let you know you're off.
Yeah.
And you have to be open enough to say, you know what, yeah, I am off, because what happens is that the situations itself will redefine. They'll try to redefine you, but you have to have enough support. That's why you can't tell everybody your dream,
Hmm.
because if you don't have the right support,
Yeah.
when you're off, they're gonna let you be off.
Yeah.
Oh, they off, so good. I can go ahead and run with the piece. And here's the thing. I've seen people. I have experienced. giving you a piece of my dream because you only get a piece of what I had. You never get the whole thing.
Absolutely.
And they'll take apart, and if they see that I may be off, they'll try to run with it with the piece that they think they have and do something with that. That's okay.
Right.
Because if you don't have the whole, you don't have it.
Absolutely.
So you can only operate from your piece. So I don't want you to don't get down on yourself about, in your generation, if they want everything today. And I know I don't want to sound like this grandma that's, because honestly, that's what you're supposed to do at your age. At your age, you're supposed to want it. You're supposed to want it right away. But you're supposed to also be open enough to know it's not going to happen that way. So to get the frustration is what's supposed to happen.
Right.
But the biggest thing that I see amongst my peers, your peers, is that we most times have the wrong people around us. Just because, we're feel-good people. We're feelings. Feelings is good. Right. It's good if it's good. If feelings are not good, if the feelings are good but the heart is not good, then it's not benefiting you.
She hit on the nail.
And what do we have to identify a heart issue? You can tell when you're in a heart issue with people who really have invested themselves in you, because when they see you falling, when they see you off course, they're going to say, what do you need me to do to help you?
Right.
But the one that's on the course with you, that's watching you go off course, they're going to let you go all the way to the end. They're going to tell you it's water, and it's going to be a desert. And then when you get there, they're going to go back and get the water because they know where the water is.
And at the end of the day, one of the things that I also realized that, let me turn the camera to let them know that I'm talking, even though they get tired of seeing my ugly face every week. But hey, it is what it is.
It's okay.
Hey, they got no other choice. They got no other choice.
It's okay.
They got no other choice. They're gonna see me regardless. Okay. Anyway,
I like what she's saying. I don't know if that was good or not, but I like it.
They don't when it comes to me, they have no remorse when it comes to me.
That's okay.
But no, it's okay. But first of all, let me tell y'all something. Tonight, I'm dealing with this is a grown woman, ladies and gentlemen. She takes no stuff. She don't play no games. So you're not going to get the how can I put it, the unfiltered Jiggy J. Y'all might get Jordan tonight. Y'all might get the government name tonight. And unfortunately, I can't. I got a grown woman here. I can't really say everything that I want to say. I can think it. I'm working on not saying everything that comes out my mouth, but
be yourself.
Things you don't want me to be myself. You don't want me to be myself.
Yeah, I've seen you do that. So let's
y'all, if you've seen the show, you know I can't be myself.
Can we get a little different? Just maybe
a little different PG. I could do that.
Rating.
I could do that. I think I could do that. Okay, I could do that for the people. I could do that for you. You the guest.
Thank you, Jordan.
Y'all are number one. The guests and the fans, y'all number one. But you said something, and it was very important to hear that when it comes to that one person or the small group of people that see you, that see you going through what you're going through, and they're going to allow you to go ahead and try. And you say success is built off of failures, and they're going to pick you right back up. I think, in my opinion, what my generation lacks, and you can always disagree with me, what my generation lacks compared to what your young generation, your young generation has, uplift, the lack of uplift.
That's because, we have so many things that speak to us daily.
Right.
I am very, very, and I say this, and I'm not really, I don't really do a lot of filtering because I keep it really 100.
No, be transparent.
A lot of things I don't let in my spirit. I'm mindful of how much TV I watch. I'm mindful of how much radio I listen to. I like radio. I like music. I like dance music. I don't like to always, and I'm a Christian. I love the Lord. I don't want to always hear gospel music. I want to hear something that makes me finger pop and dance a little bit. But I'm very mindful what I feed in my spirit. I'm getting to a point. The point I'm getting to is this. Whatever you feed into yourself becomes a part of your DNA. Now, there's a DNA you're born with. Okay. And there's a DNA that you just learned. That's your palate. You just teach yourself that. So with your generation, unfortunately, the things that are teaching you are not really always good for you. So that's why you have these private wars inside. And so what I see from my perspective, I see your generation imploding in a lot of areas that are doing a disservice to you as a generation. Okay, so you're taking your cues from what's on TV, what's on reality TV. Really, reality TV? How real is reality TV? And I'm not going to take cues from a television show that my girlfriends, we don't cuss each other out. We don't do that.
Right.
That's not lovely. It's not productive. It does not give us it doesn't speak to for me, it doesn't speak to my soul.
Right.
You know, because if I'm going to uplift you, I can't uplift you and I have something else going on in my spirit about you at the same time. The reality of it is that we are fed a lot of different things, not just your generation, my generation too, but then it's our fault because we're supposed to say, okay, here's the baton. Let me show you how to get it.
Right.
But what happens in my generation is that we have become so accustomed to the American dream. And by the way, what is that really? Okay, that what our children do is they see us just grinding, but then sometimes they don't take out the time to stop and say, "This is this is the thing you really need,
Right.
and this is the reason why you get this because of what's happening already inside, what you're doing, the work you're doing inside."
Absolutely.
Because you can listen, we see TV and we see entertainment all the time. How many entertainers do you know have gotten a whole lot and they fell in one night? One night they fell. It was over in one night.
Right.
Because if you don't have the plethora, if you don't have the internal platform inside of you,
Right.
okay, that speaks to what you want outside of you, if that inside platform is messed up, you can get the goods on the outside. You can get them,
Right.
but do you have the characteristics that you had? Can you keep them? Can you hold on to it? If you can't, then did you really have it in the beginning? You had a dream.
Right.
You know, you had a dream. You did the work, but did you do the work? Because the work is in here. The work allows you to go and speak on every level and still hold the attention of your audience and say, "Oh, I want to bless that person because why? Because I like who they are inside."
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I definitely agree with that. Well, this is what we're going to do, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to take a quick commercial break. And then we're going to come back with Jiggy J top 5.
I'm going to talk about what she just said.
Jiggy J
that.
top 5.
Yeah.
I'll be right back. And now I get to get loose.
You get to get loose.
Now I get to be stupid for a little bit. I can only be serious only but so much. But now I get to be stupid. I see you in a little bit. All right. Your boy is back. Jiggy J is back with Miss Nichelle C Johnson. She's gonna be with us for the rest of the show. Like, she's definitely spitting a lot of knowledge to you guys. So, what I like to do right about now, Miss Johnson, I like to be stupid. Okay? I have no other choice but to be stupid.
It's okay, be yourself.
Be myself. Okay, she told me to be myself, so I got the green light. All right, she should never did that. All right, so Jiggy J got a top things. You know, you grew up in a black household. What's up, Stacy? How you doing? We got the Dirty South checking in the house. Okay, top thing I got. Things you know you grew up in a black household the old school way. As if, you know, you went over, your grandmother's house and she had that big old TV. And, you know, they didn't have a remote back in the day. So you had to turn the TV, go up to the TV and turn it. But you had to take a pair of pliers and turn it. So if you missed your channel, you got to turn it again, and you got to get to that you got to get to that part, man. I don't know if y'all remember. This might be, I'm old school, so I can relate to y'all. So, but on top of that old TV, you got that antenna that if you got to adjust that antenna the right way, and if you miss that antenna,
what you know about that?
What you know about that? Boy, that's static. Your people be mad. Oh my gosh. Ready to kill you. Like, oh, you missed it. Then you got that little switch that could go to either the red side or the green side. To this day, I never knew what those colors meant. All I know is red was stop and green was go when I was a kid. Also, number 4, my generation can relate to this. Friday nights when you were growing up in a black TV show. When you grew up in a black household, whether it was you, your brothers or your sisters, or you and your cousins, Friday nights were dedicated to TGIF. When we had Boy Meets World that came on around like 8, Family Matters came on at 8. They want to get the black people out the way first. Okay. Then they came in with Boy Meets World. Then they came in with Step by Step. Then they came in with what's that puppet? It was called Alf. That thing with the long nose. You remember that? you know.
Can't remember you. I can't believe you remember that.
Oh,
That's like,
I'm old.
you okay?
I am old. I have an
Okay,
old
okay,
soul about myself, and
okay,
I'm proud of my oldness. I don't know if that's a
okay.
word, but I'm so proud of it. Um, yeah. Then after that, then it was time for you to go to bed because 2020 news came on with Barbara Waters, whatever her name is, and Barbara, like I don't, I'm gonna be honest with you, Barbara must be like at least 110 years old because that lady been on TV for a long time.
Jordan.
What? Barbara Walk? Look, that lady must be old.
Jordan.
What? I'm serious. Am I right?
Don't put it on me.
Yeah, we're gonna put this on you. We're gonna have fun with this.
I don't know how old she is.
She at least a century and a half old.
You need to stop. You need to
She
stop.
at least a century and a half
You
old.
need to
I'm
stop.
sorry. Barbara Walters has been around for a long time. Number three, ladies and gentlemen. See, on Saturdays were between Thursday, Friday, and Saturdays. It was designated for the fathers or even the mothers, the uncles, whomever it will be. They take the boys to go get a haircut. Fellas, y'all remember when y'all could you had the high top fade and you had that rat tail in the back. Yeah, I remember that. Them clip-on ties you used to wear on Sunday for church. Yeah, I remember that. But ladies, you remember? No. We're gonna keep this on you, ladies. You remember when it was? Well, we can keep it on me. You can remember back in the day where Saturday nights was your night. If your mama didn't feel like sitting in the hair salon for over 5 hours, whether the hair salon was either at someone's store, but I'm gonna take it back for y'all, see if y'all remember this. Y'all remember going to East Point, J.C. Penney, Macy's, and they had like the little section where you can get your hair done and do your thing. Well, your mama didn't feel like waiting like 6 hours for that because that's at least an 8-hour shift plus overtime for you to get your hair done, and also for her and your grandmama to get your hair done. So what they had to do, what your mama had to do, they had to take you home around 8 o'clock. She was in that kitchen, and that comb, that metal comb, was on that stove heating up. And you dreaded going down there to get your hair done, to get your hair pressed, because the only thing she had was a hot comb. No, I'm sorry. It was that comb with that flame. Your comb was no longer metal. Your comb was at least like a goldish brown, look like Aunt Jemima pancakes. You know what I'm saying? Not to mention she had some Vaseline or some jam to go in with your hair, and we can hear you crying out for help. When she used to take that comb and just peel your hair back, your nappy hair back. I mean, I'm not saying you got nappy hair. Some of my listeners, some of my viewers got nappy hair, but I'm not going to say no names.
Every mother was just their own Madam C.J. Walker. They said,
right.
well, if she can do it, we can do it too. So.
I'm going to tell you this right now. I don't think Madam C.J. Walker burnt scalps, okay? You can smell hair cooking. That's how bad it was. What? It's the truth. Damaging kids' hair at an early age. Them roots was dirt.
What are they, roots?
Them roots was furred, like literally fried, like smelling fried.
Don't
like
put the camera on me.
And then, not to mention, don't forget, and I know. Oh, so you gonna be shy now. Not to mention, if your mama if that comb hit your ear that one time, oh, you was done. Screaming.
Oh my God.
Like you done lost. Oh my God. You'd have thought something ridiculous happened. Okay. I digress. Let me go back because my sister had a lot of moments where my mama tore her hair up. I'm trying to tell you. Also, when you was a kid, you knew, and this is my favorite, you knew when football season was on, you knew not to walk in front of that TV.
Oh no.
And your father, your grandfather, even some of the grandmothers and some of the mothers, they weren't sharing that TV so you could watch what you want to watch.
No, it was only one TV.
Only one TV in the house. And it lasted from 1 o'clock all the way to Sunday Night Football, and you can forget Mondays as well. Monday Night Football, old school, man. I'm trying to tell you. See, Jam, better yet, just for me. Lusters, the S-Curl stuff, Lusters, the pink oil moisturizer. You had Sulfur 8. That's what it was. Sulfur 8. That thing stink. It was tough. It was tough as molasses.
It helped a lot of people out.
Yeah,
It helped a
man.
lot of people out.
That pink man, let me tell you, that Sulfur 8 was real.
The
Oh
pink
my
lotion,
gosh.
that was
Pink
no
lotion,
good.
yo, that was
Dry
classic.
my hair out.
That was classic. That pink lotion. Oh, what's up? What's up, Kev? What's going on, man? What's going on? Hey, Miss Mathis, ATL. What's good? What's good? We got Cameron. Oh man, Marcus. What's up, Playboy? Yeah, that TCB was real. TCB Soul Glow. I can.
What you know about VO5?
BO5.
VO5. Oh.
BO5, man.
VO5.
BO5.
It's VO5.
Man, it was real. What else you got? Oh my gosh. Man, it was real. I remember back in the day, right? I was growing up and I never forget it. I was getting myself together and I saw this jar. What's up, Latisse? I saw this jar of stuff and it was white and me being me as a kid, I wanted to get into stuff and not know what I was getting into. So next thing you know, I opened the jar up and I smelled. I was like, this is real. My mother bust in and I already dipped my hand in it. My mother bust in, was like, boy, what are you doing? I was like, I want to put some cream on my face. She said, boy, that's no cream. That's called Tussie. You don't put Tussie on your face.
Oh my God.
Y'all remember Tussie? Boy, you put your fingernails in there, look like you have French manicure tips. Man, you didn't have to go to the nail salon for that. I'm just saying. Man.
Oh my God.
I got stories for days. The butt whooping.
Oh, well, you know.
The butt whoopings. I'm going to put the camera on you for this one.
The butt whoopings was like, your grandma would beat your butt. But she was like, go to the front yard and get the switch. I'm going to whip you. Mm-hmm. I'm like, go to the front yard and get the switch. Mm-hmm. And she would. I would go to the front. You can't get the skinny ones because the skinny ones leave webs. Right. You can't get the big one because the big one, they kind of gag you.
So what kind did you get?
You had to wing it. You was praying the whole time, God, let it be no things in here, no weeds. Find me something that's thin that I could barely feel. I remember one time my grandmother beat me and I was I wouldn't cry. I had got to the point, I said, I'm not gonna cry. Yeah. And I was so determined I was not gonna cry. I was like, I don't care. I'm going to wear her out. I'm not gonna cry. Right. When I got finished, my grandmother had me on there. I was on my knees. I said, please stop. Jesus, please make her stop. Jesus, please make her stop. Please make her stop. She said, you're not going to outdo me. I will wear you out. And she did. She wore me out.
I'm going to be honest with you. The older they got, the more energy they got for some strange reason.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know what it was. Like,
It's like the lady that Steve Harvey was talking about that just got that little swag.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That swag was, it had power
real.
in it.
It was mean. It was real.
It was powerful.
Oh man, you remember? Oh, I got another one. And all my viewers at home, wherever you are, you guys can relate to this. You remember going over your grandmother's house, and she had that nice couch, but she had the plastic on there still.
Oh yeah.
Boy, boy, don't let you eat a good meal. Boy, you sat there. Well, first you sat down, and then all of a sudden you did this. What the heck is going on here? You know what I'm saying? You got to catch yourself. Not to mention, don't let you have a good meal. You take a nap and you wake up, everything is just sticking to you, dehydrated. I mean, it is crazy, man. But I'm going to digress from this topic. I'm going to go to entertainment news. So, as you guys know, the Olympics is currently on, and I'm actually watching it as we speak. Gabby Douglas, Simone Bob. I know everybody want to talk about Gabby's edges.
Oh, come on.
I know everybody want to talk about Gabby's edges. Edges was.
We're not going to do that, are we, Jordan?
We can go there. I mean,
why do we want to go there? Why do we want to go there?
Well, number one, because, of course, if I see something, I'm going to wonder. I'll laugh at everything. Not to mention, social media has been going in on this girl's edges.
There lies the problem. Okay, so now so Black Lives Matter.
Black Lives Matter. Yes, they do.
So where does that begin and where does that end? Because at the end of the day, here is a Black young woman who is representing us very well, is purely based on her skill and talent, and we chime in on her edges. Really?
Yeah.
I mean, so why are we upset when white America or whatever race you are looks at us as a community and say they treat us a certain kind of way?
Absolutely.
Well, they're only treating us it's taking cues. It's no longer about what was in the past. It's what we're doing in the present.
Right.
I mean, really, it's so much more to talk about than her edges. Are we for real? I mean, because how about this? When she gets finished with the Olympics, that's what she's gonna do. She's gonna take her money. She's gonna go get them edges straightened
That's
out,
right.
and she's gonna be back again for
That's
the
right.
next Olympics.
That's right. But but you asked a question and I had the answer to it. You said where does it start? When it comes to Gabby Douglas, where does it start and where does it finish? Right.
Yeah.
I can tell you where it starts and where it finishes.
Because if we want them to respect the fact that our lives matter, then we have to respect it, and we have to be willing to divorce our own judgments about each other. The problem is that we are so what's the word I'm looking for? There's a word. We're judgmental, but we're so intoxicated on trying to be accepted, not just among ourselves, but in this world. Deal with it. We are different. We might as well own that. Right. When you own it, you're going to perform differently. You're going to think differently about it. Right. We're not going to be looking at each other and having all these other things going on in our heads about it. We're going to say, yeah, oh, hey, do your thing, girl. You got it. Do it. Show me how I can get my thing like that.
You're absolutely correct. I mean, and I'm going to tell you where it starts and where it finishes. If it's... you know I'm about to say something stupid.
Don't say
right?
I'm crazy, George.
I'm about to say something stupid. Where it starts and where it finishes?
In the edges.
That TCB, Just For Me,
okay,
Jam. It starts with Soul Glow,
right.
Pink Lusters, that pink lotion. That's where it starts, and I promise you, that's where it finishes.
No, where it finishes is when she get that check.
But you know what? She getting money though. I can't talk.
That stuff.
I can't talk because hey, there's a couple people who need it
for her.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the
What's
reality
up, Chris?
of it.
Yeah.
We really have we have to stop doing it. We chime in. I watched and I don't even know who this girl was. I was watching. It was on Facebook, I'm sure, because I was watching this other young lady play tennis, and she was mocking Serena. And I said, "Are you kidding me? Are you really kidding me? I mean, she had put things in her back, in her bottom, and she put balls in her bra. And I'm like, really? Are you kidding me? Or are you just so upset that she's so freaking good and you can't do anything about it? So I mean, we have. This is why I'm gonna miss my president, because he set the bar so freaking high, and what he showed. Not just America, not white America, not black America. He showed the world that as a race of people, as a culture of people, yes, we got some class. We can get the job done.
Yeah, we can
do it, and we can do it with integrity, with class, and with charisma.
Not to mention, there's no excuses either.
Exactly.
No excuses.
Exactly. So
you went into you just started talking about President Barack Obama, man. I'm gonna miss that, man. How do you feel? Well, of course, you know it came out today that Trump. People in the Republican Party, Trump is losing supporters from his own party.
Well, that's what happens when you implode from within, because okay, go ahead. I'm gonna let
No,
you
go ahead. No, go ahead. Say what you gotta say.
What happens with the political party of the Republicans? And listen, I'm not a political person. Yeah. I try to stay out that lane because that's not really my lane. But what I can tell you, when there's a heart factor, whenever you're trying to exclude one group of people for your own gain, that's a heart factor. That means that you want this sense of eliteness.
Right.
And so really, what is that? What's the real motive? What's the real thought process behind eliteness? To say that I'm better than you? So what's happening with that whole thing they do, that platform, is to directly separate one class from another. And that means that now we have another situation. So we separate one class from another, okay? Right. So now I'm better than you. And whatever you need, you have to come to me to get it. Absolutely. But what happens is, one thing about it, God owns the heart. And the heart of any matter, if the heart of the matter is not good, it's going to implode. Eventually. It may take some time, but eventually, and what's happening is that party within itself, because the heart of it, any party that doesn't listen, no other president has been disrespected like President Obama.
Of course.
Why would I even consider to call you a leader if you can't respect the leadership that's in there? I don't care who's in there.
Exactly.
If you are a leader and you can't respect leadership, then that means you are not qualified to be a leader, because leaders recognize leaders. And so really, to me, at this point, it's a sideshow.
I agree.
That's what he does. He does entertainment.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I can't trust nobody who's gonna say I'm gonna keep this country together, by any means necessary. Where he can't keep the toupee on his head connected with his
See,
scalp.
see,
I
see,
can't, I can't,
see,
I can't,
see.
I can't do that.
I can't with you.
I
Turn
can't
this
with.
off of me. I can't with you. I
Why?
can't.
No, I'm speaking the truth. I can't respect him if he. I can't respect him keeping the country together if his toupee can't keep together with his scalp.
Well, okay, so I don't even know if I'm going to speak to this because the toupee, okay, I'm not going to do it.
No, go
But I'm
ahead,
going
do
to
it.
say this. If you, well, he set himself up because if you're making a big deal about where my president was born, then you should be willing to you should be really trying to take yourself out the Target and get something done with that.
Not the.
I mean,
I mean,
you have to know that they're going to come for it.
I mean, hey, if he gonna come
But
to,
that's not the big deal. That's not the
if
biggest
he
issue, though.
look, if he gonna come at our president's birth certificate and all this other stuff about his background and everything else, we need to come at Trump when it comes to why he don't file taxes.
Okay, so
Why he
well, I mean, and that's another thing. I mean,
you
you
know
looking at someone who has filed bankruptcy time after time. And here's the thing: what you do personally with your finances, or even business wise, I get it. It's business, it's life, things happen, but you really have to be mindful about how you put issues out there with someone else and your stuff. Now, I'm paying taxes on the bankruptcies that he's filed. Do you realize you're paying taxes on that? Because that doesn't make me feel great at all. And so I think that I'm not, who you vote for is who you vote for. You live with that. You wake up with you sleep with it. Doesn't matter
Mhm.
to me. What matters to me is my vote
Right.
and my perspective and how I feel about it. And I have to take all that into consideration. I don't really know that I vote for parties. I vote for who I think is the best person.
Yeah.
And I am big on leadership.
Mhm.
I'm big on leadership because I have been blessed by leadership and I've been wounded by leadership, and I know good leadership and I know poor leadership.
Absolutely.
And honestly, a person who does not have self-control over what they say, that's a problem for me. That's a problem.
I'm trying to tell you, God forbid that man get elected
Take
because
that off of me.
why? You the guess. Man, I'm telling you, boy. I don't know what's wrong with these guests nowadays on my show. They feel like they can run you over and all this other stuff. But no, we're gonna take I agree with everything that you said, Nichelle. I definitely agree. Let's do this. Let's pay a quick bill,
Okay.
and we'll be right back because we
'Cause we don't
definitely,
want to file bankruptcy. You gotta pay that.
yeah, we don't want to file bankruptcy when it comes to that because, especially because I have a lot of people on my Facebook page that are pursuing their dreams, that have like several career changes that they want to do. And I don't know that situation, but I'm pretty sure you can definitely speak into their lives. Okay, so let's take this quick commercial break. Let's pay this bill so the IRS won't come for us, and we'll be right back. All right, 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 y'all. So I did get a letter, and I'm about to read this. It's not. This is actually part of Lola's stuff, but she's not here, so she's getting a pink slip from me. Just joking. All right, so here's what we got, y'all. It says, "Dear Jiggy J and dear Lola, I'm a 30-year-old single mother of one boy. I'm currently in school to get my bachelor's in business administration. I have a good job, which I love, and I own my own home. Okay, good stuff. I'm thankful to have good friends and family members surrounding me. My situation is that I lost my virginity at the age of 16, and it's been downhill from there. Back then, I didn't realize my worth, and I would have sex with men to get approval. As I got older, I started having sex because I enjoyed it without realizing it may come back to haunt me later. Now that I'm 30, I've honestly slept with about 25 men since the age of
Okay.
since the age of 16. I realize this number is very high, especially compared to some of my friends. I'm now at the point where I like to be in a serious relationship, but I fear my number of sexual partners will stop me from finding that special man, especially in the small town I live in, where some people know who I've slept with. Where do you live? I'm sorry. At times, I feel like giving up on love because what man wants to be with a female that has been with so many men? I do realize my worth now, and I understand that I'm special, but I feel that I already messed up any future that I have to find a soulmate. Now, Jordan, Jiggy, whatever I can call you. Before you wonder if I had a father in my life, I will tell you that my dad was a major part of my life, but he passed away. He spoiled me and was always there when I needed him. I really need help figuring out how to position myself in a good place to find a good man who will not judge my past. There have been times that I'll meet a nice man, but fear if even they knew how many men I slept with, would they run as fast as I could, so I would sabotage that new relationship. Please help me position myself to love before it's too late, or is it already too late? Sincerely, 25 men too late. Why? Why is Lola not here to help me out with this one? See, you need, sweetheart, first of all, you need somebody with common sense to help you out with this because I have no common sense. First of all, I want to know what town you live in. That you probably live like in a small town, like where there's nothing going on, but a lot of dang, I can't cuss on my show. God, because I got a grown woman here. Oh my God.
Watch it, Jordan.
Hey, this not gonna be easy. All right.
How old is she? I'm thinking
She's 25 then.
she's 25.
She lost her virginity at 16.
Okay. She's 30.
Oh, she's
Okay.
she's 30. I can't tell.
But she's
I'm
wondering
sorry,
what someone
she's-
else is going to think about her. And she hasn't even asked the question, how many people have they been with? So her equate right there, she's off.
Well, you
She's
know,
just
I can't
off.
get the ages right because, 25, 30, it sounds about right as to how many people she slept with.
So what's the real problem? The real problem is what?
Well, how can
doesn't
she-
want
Like, she doesn't want to.
anybody else to know?
Yeah, she doesn't want to be. She wants to find real love, but she's scared that if she finds love somewhere, they're gonna find out, where they because everything is such a just so small, that town's so small, somebody's going to find out that she slept with who. So basically, in this generation term, she smashed her homie. She got around. She was rolling. She was, well, y'all say dipping and dabbing, but she was hopping from one to the other basically. But what do you suggest before I say what I got to say?
I mean, well, first of all, I don't even. How small is that town? It's got to be small.
Willie Coochie,
I
Georgia.
mean,
That's how. That's,
okay.
It's one of them
okay.
towns where.
Okay. I
Willacoochee.
get you.
Willie
I
Coochie.
got you.
Willie
But I mean,
Coochie. I'm sorry.
so there's a couple things here. I mean, it may sound deep. I don't know. Y'all just let it rip. Do what y'all want to do with it. I don't care. But she probably just move anyway, because if you in a town and people know you that well, maybe the reason why she's in a cycle is because her time there is up anyway. So just leave.
Yeah, I was about to
I
say.
mean, just go. I mean, you won't turn into a pumpkin if they will be there when you go back to visit.
Mm-hmm.
But more than anything, why is her focus on? Her focus is on finding another man, and her focus should really be on dealing with her issue. Why is this an issue in her? What is she trying to feed? What is she trying to make go to sleep?
Yeah. Oh God, now I gotta be a Christian to help
And
you
then,
out.
no, you just got to do you, because honestly, my perspective and your perspective is different. I mean, she's 30 years old. I mean, at this point, are we really going to be in a generation or a season where we're going to judge each other? How many people you've been with? Like, honestly, stop, move on. Like,
Yeah.
it's today, it was yesterday. Okay, get up, move on, keep moving.
Honestly, I agree with everybody saying, like, she's obsessed with the number of people that she's been with. What you need to do
It's
just
the behavior that she needs to be dealing with.
Right.
Where's it coming from? Where's
Right.
that coming from?
Well, she did say, her father wasn't there. Her father passed away. Rest in peace to your father. But that, in my opinion, that's no excuse for you to do what you got to do. I mean, let's be honest, man. Like, this is how I look at stuff, right? Thinking as a man, and everybody heard this 1,000 times. A man is going to treat you the way you present yourself to him. So if you present yourself as a hoe, we're going to treat you like a hoe. Unfortunately, I had to say. I mean, it's the truth. It is what it is. But in my opinion, just like my sister Leah said, forgive yourself and move on.
You got to move on, because here's the other thing. I mean, we could talk about that all day and all night. I mean, we already know what's good from bad. We
Right.
know what's the right thing, what's the wrong thing. When we choose to do what we want to do, whether it's right or wrong, that's what we choose to do.
Hmm.
So I'm not going to get on here and preach to you. I mean,
Right.
well, here's the bottom line. You what you want me to say? Abstain? Yeah, that's going to probably be the best thing for you to do. Abstain. But then the reality of it is, most people are not. That's the area where most people are going to be very weak in.
Yeah.
You have to trust God for that. That's the realest I can get with you, because I know a lot of women that I may have mentored that have had that issue, and it's not the sex is not the issue. It is a manifestation of what's really going on. So what's really going on? It's like when men do the same thing, because they do the same thing. The difference is that we don't hold them accountable as you guys do with us. So when you find a man that's doing the same type of behavior, it's not, oh, I just gotta have it. It's another thing. It's a deeper cry inside that they're not even telling anybody about, because they don't even really know. But that comes from, you got to unlayer to get to that.
The
Most
deeper,
people don't want to do that.
and the deeper cry is, oh, I can't say that either. Dang. All right. Dang, I can't say that either.
Well, I don't know what to tell you right
I was
there.
gonna say the deeper cry is that they horny and they needed to get out.
No,
their
it's
system.
deeper than that. No, let me tell you something. It's deeper than that, because
Yeah.
you can have one woman. Now,
You can.
you're not going to tell me that in 2016 that you got to have every woman. Are you kidding me? With everything that's going on out here, you got to have every woman.
Right.
No,
that's
you
true.
can have one woman.
That's true.
The thing is, if there's, and I know people who have sex addictions. It is not that. It is
Right.
a manifestation of
Mhm.
something else. Now, if it is that, it's just because you've got an ego. Then that's another. It's a manifestation of that. Your ego out of check. Somewhere you're feeling insecure. You're not feeling. In your one spot on your up game.
Right.
And so then everybody else has to be they got to fall into your prey, because you got something inside you haven't worked with yet, you haven't dealt with it.
Right.
And so I mean, and that comes from a whole lot of things. We could go on that topic for a long time.
And to be honest with you, like, all jokes aside, I'm gonna be serious. All jokes aside, like, honestly, like we all say, your past is your past. You're trying to move from your past and move on to the future. But here's a newsflash: you can't. You're in the present right
This
now.
person is right on it.
Yeah, you can't stay on your past. The longer you stay in your past, you won't be able to function well in your present. And if you can't function well in your present, you can hang it up, baby girl, because you will not have a future. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's honestly, it begins with you understanding, okay, this is what I used to do. Okay. I understand that what I've been doing is definitely causing hindrance, or me trying to find a man in my life who's going to treat me well. But honestly, if he asks you about your past, if he asks you all that, that's honestly, that's up to you and God to tell that man, okay, look, this is what's been going on. Honestly, a lot of men, be honest with you, a lot of men respect the fact that as a woman, if you can come correct, if you could be honest with us, then we're going to look at you in a different light, like, okay.
I beg to differ.
I do too, but hey, I'm just, like I said, I'm just trying to play devil's advocate. I beg to differ too, because we're gonna look at you like, oh, for real, you are use a hole. But no, like, but no, I'm gonna keep it real. I'm gonna keep it real. No, like seriously, like, just pray, man.
No, because really, honestly, you don't want them to be honest, because men want fantasies. They want to believe that they have a perfect situation.
Yeah.
And they want to come to the situation imperfect.
Yeah.
And so I don't want to say every man. I want to say some men. They want to believe that every man, my woman, she is the one. Yep, she's the one, right out of the animated Beauty and the Beast. Okay, stop playing.
Yeah.
Because you were not the king.
Right.
So
right.
I mean, but it's. We can be on that topic.
We can be on that topic forever, man. That's a touchy situation. But no one, like Nichelle said, no one can really accept the truth.
And the truth is the bottom line is that when you decide you're going to be with someone, whatever that person was or whatever they've done before that person, your decision in that moment is, am I going to be with you? It can't be based on what you've done before, unless you kill somebody and we got an issue. If you kill somebody, then we got an issue.
Right.
But if not, then we might, But honestly, I mean, you at this day and age, you're going to find it. It's out there. You're going to find it. It's out there.
Yeah.
But you have to ask yourself, are you what you want? If you're not the what you want,
right.
then you stop. stop.
Yeah.
Just stop.
And you gotta the way you present, and you gotta present
Yeah.
yourself in the way you want someone to accept you for who
Yeah.
you are. You know what I'm saying? But look, Miss Nichelle, talk to the people. Give everybody your contact information. You know what to do.
I'm Nichelle C. Johnson on Facebook,
Uh-huh.
Kolor_Beauty on Instagram, and I hope to hear from you all. I mean, I enjoy talking with you. I enjoy the comments. I love it. It's not personal. It's what it is. We all have a different perspective on every topic, and so I'm glad to be a part of this with Jordan. He broke me in a little bit, so thank you, Jordan, for having me on the show. I hope that I added some value to someone's life today, and if I didn't, give me another chance. I may come back and do something a little different with you.
Oh, absolutely. Hey, do you want to come back on the show? The microphone is always open.
I love to.
It's always open. Ladies and gentlemen, don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, if you when you friend her as a friend on Facebook, she has these segments called 2 Minute Tuesdays. Am I correct?
2 Minute on Tuesdays is really good. I like it. I started doing it about a little bit, almost 3 years ago now. And 2 minutes, you just give 2 minutes, and I promise you, it'll be 2 minutes that'll set your whole week in place.
Set you free. The truth will set you free. I got some. Yeah, we ain't gonna go into me. But anyway, but yeah, the truth will set you free, ladies and gentlemen. I want to thank my beautiful guest, Miss Nichelle Johnson, for coming through. I thank you. Hope you could, yes, I hope you could come back with my co-host if I decide not to let her go. I definitely want you to come back. She missed one more day. That's it. She is done. Okay.
You did the hat thing, the whole segment, the whole thing, the hat.
What's wrong with it?
You had it on the whole time, just the whole time. I was waiting to say. I'm thinking, are you the person that doesn't open the door when a woman comes out that you pick up for dinner and she's?
Oh no, she didn't. Hold up. Let me turn off the music for this one. Wait a minute. Okay.
Somebody said the door is open. I said no, it's unlocked. It's not open. So
no.
See, you that guy?
See, no. See, I'm the type of brother. See, I'm the type of brother.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. No. This is what you wanted to do.
Now.
No, this is what you wanted to do. Now I'm about to get loose. No. See, here's the thing. I'm the type of brother. I'll open the door. No. You open the can that you should never open. Anyway, I'm the type of brother. I open the doors, pull out the chairs, take you to your car, open the door, help you get in the car, especially if you crippled. Close the door. I eat, and when it comes to taking you out to dinner, I help out. When it comes to taking you out, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm a gentleman.
I believe you are.
You know what I'm saying? But you do have a $7 limit when it comes to me.
Oh, see, take it off.
You have a $7 limit.
Talk to you in code.
You have a $7 limit, so you better choose.
Oh, well then, yeah.
You better choose wisely as to what you're going to order off that menu.
Where you going? To Chick-fil-A?
McDonald's.
Oh,
no, Chick-fil-A is expensive. What? $7? That's you can't even get a sandwich for just $7.
Okay.
A Chick-fil-A sandwich alone is $9.50.
Y'all don't let him do that to you. He makes very good money. Don't let him do that to you. He makes very good money.
No, she did for my financial.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
No, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that because you know what? It's good for you.
No, not for everybody to know how much money I make.
I didn't give it. You want me? I didn't give it. I didn't give it.
The fact that you say he makes pretty good money, don't nobody know I make pretty good money.
What do you want me to think? You
I'm
you know, the two broke girls. How that guy made he had a dumpster and it was his apartment. Is that what you want people to think?
I'm gonna paint that picture. That's what it is. I'm gonna paint that picture.
Goodbye,
right about now.
Jordan.
No, look, y'all be safe. Y'all be safe. I appreciate y'all for tuning in, man. Definitely check in next week. Same station, same time, same social media network site. And I want tell a friend to get loose with your boy Jiggy J. And this show ain't for everybody, once again. And one more thing. Tune in to the best show on WTTS Radio. The best show. WTTS Radio, they got so many other shows, and I hope they listening. We Get Loose Radio, Jiggy J. We got Lola Marks. She's hired again. We got the best show on the airways. Steve Harvey, Ricky Smiley, Tom Joyner.
Ooh.
I'm coming.
Ooh.
Be ready. But no, can we work together though?
Yeah.
Like, I really need y'all, man. I would love to be famous with y'all. I'm actually going to tag y'all. I need y'all. Like, seriously. I would love to be on there. I mean, it don't matter. It really don't. It really don't. But no, like, thank you. Thank you so much for tuning in. I really do appreciate it. I'll see y'all next week, 9:30 p.m. on Tuesdays. Get Loose Radio. This joint for everybody. Peace.
Peace.